We set up a constellation. We create a field of information. And what we see in that field is a dimension of consciousness that is not well described in our common cultural context. So everyone is familiar with their own personal consciousness. That's our personal experience, all our memories, everything we think and feel. That's really the grounding of our identity, is our own personal consciousness. We also have awareness of a kind of collective consciousness. Some people put it in a religious framework, some people put it in a spiritual framework, some people put it in an earth-based or even a scientific framework of larger systems of the earth, of animal life, whatever it is. And people are aware of that. There's a middle dimension of consciousness which is well known amongst all the pre-scientific cultures in the world, on every continent, all their traditions. It is actually a central factor in all of the pre-scientific cultures. But in our scientific, technological culture, it's all but disappeared from awareness. And that is a dimension that I call the inherited mind. And it is a consciousness of life, but it is a consciousness of life that comes to us through our biology. So it actually is memories of a kind, not the kind of memories that we're aware of personally, but a type of memory that comes to us from our parents, our grandparents, great-grandparents, and actually the chain of life going way back. And certain events, particularly traumas and things that endangered the survival of individuals or families, when families experience calamitous events that endangered their survival, it made an imprint in this field of collective memory. And we as individuals actually contain that imprint, and it affects us, it moves us in a way, and it is actually at the heart of the suffering that we cannot resolve for ourselves. And the constellation process is actually able to bring this type of inherited mind that's embedded in us, and it actually brings us into a kind of conscious awareness where we can actually work with it and change it and free ourselves from it, so that we are no longer suffering and being driven by these imprints that no longer serve us.